Ever walk through a food court and notice one stall has a massive line while other identical stalls next to it are completely empty? Well, that's exactly what's happening in the AI market right now. Everyone's selling the same end-to-end workflows over and over, but some are getting all the customers while others can't even give theirs away. So in this video, I'll show you the simple positioning shift that instantly separates you from every other competitor. This new approach literally lets you charge 10 times more for the same work while clients thank you for it. And the strategy lets you create your own category where you don't have to price against competition, and that doesn't exist at all. So after helping hundreds of AI agencies build AI systems that sell for around 3 to 15K monthly, I've seen exactly what separates premium players from everyone else.
Yo, Samin, bro, I just tried out the version 2 of the AI setup, bro. This shit is fucking fire.
I've seen everything in the market, and by far, no question about it, I'd say yours is. There's not even a close comparison to a second best.
To start, let me show you the biggest mistakes that's keeping these AI entrepreneurs stuck. I watched two agencies pitch the exact same solution to a real estate team last month. The first agency spent around 20 minutes pitching their advanced chatbot with multi-channel integration and sentiment analysis. They listed every little feature: WhatsApp, calendar bookings, lead scoring, all of this stuff, right? The real estate team listened politely and then asked how much. He said $2,000 to set up plus $500 monthly. And the response he got was, we'll think about it. The second agency owner took a completely different approach. They asked one question: how much money do you lose when the leads call after hours and nobody answers? The team probably says, probably a lot, I don't know. We get calls until midnight asking about property availability. Then he asked, what's your average commission? It's about $8,000 per sale, they responded. So if you're just missing 2 sales per month because nobody answers the calls after 6 p.m., that's $16,000 in monthly lost commissions. If I could recover those sales and you only pay me 10% for each deal I close, would that help? And then they immediately signed. The same tech, same capabilities, one focused on features, another focused on the performance-based results. So how do you really stop selling the features and start selling the outcome? Well, you literally just use this outcome framework I came up with. First, you want to observe their current losses. So you want to ask what's costing them money right now, not what features they need. Then you want to uncover the math. So get specific numbers. That's super important, like the average deal size, the monthly volume, the conversion rates, all of that. Then you translate that into financial impact. So the features, how they affect the impact, right? So don't say something like it's available 24/7. Say, I'll recover 16K monthly from your after hours leads. Then you calculate their pain precisely. And if they lose 2 deals monthly at, let's say, $8,000 each, that's 192K annually in lost revenue. Then you want to offer performance-based pricing. So say something like, you only pay me 10% of the recovered deals. It literally beats saying, pay me $500 monthly regardless of results. Then you make it risk-free. When they win, you win. There's no downside of them saying yes. Then you want to emphasize the ROI, not features, right? So this pays for itself. With one recovered deal, it's more powerful than listing all your integrations and the things you can do. So instead of competing with hundreds of agencies on features and price, you should be the only one offering this guaranteed results with no upfront risk. The clients choose certainty over capabilities every time. So this performance-based pricing eliminates these pricing objections and positions you as a clear partner, not a vendor. Let's say you need heart surgery. Would you go to a doctor or a heart surgeon? Both went to med school, but you'll only pay one $200K in America for the specialists and $200 for the generalists. The AI market works the exact same way. You can offer AI solutions for everyone and compete on price, or specialize in one industry and charge 10 times more. When you say, I build AI for real estate wholesalers doing 50K a month, you're the obvious choice. When you say, I build AI for customer service, you're literally a commodity. So how do you pick your niche and become the go-to specialist? Well, what you want to do is ideally target companies with around 25 plus employees and 100K plus in monthly revenue first. You can use something like LinkedIn, SalesNav, or Excel websites to find these people. And the nice part is these people have budgets, you know their pain points, and you know their market, so you can specialize based around them. I actually have a video that dives deep on this, and I'll link it here if you want to check it out. So what you want to do is use this method to get some client convos going, and then use this niche framework to actually seal the deal, right? So how you do this is, first you want to note down your best client conversations, like who do you kind of vibe with? Which industries did you feel the most confident talking to? Then you want to investigate their common problems, like what is one thing they keep asking about repeatedly? Then you count the market size. So are there at least 1,000 companies in in this category that you can reach out to. Then you hone your message. Instead of saying AI solutions, you become AI for dental practices or AI for real estate teams. This helps you kind of establish your authority so you can use that to create content, case studies, and testimonies specifically for that industry. The results is that you're not competing with every AI agency anymore on price, and then you basically have the ability to start commanding premium rates as the industry expert. Like for example, a restaurant owner will pay $5,000 for a restaurant AI, but only $500 for a general AI solution. Specialists charge 5 to 10 times more than generalists because they speak the client's language and the clients can actually relate to them and have the confidence that they can solve their problem, no doubt. So let's say you've picked a niche. How do you really eliminate all your competition? And how you do that is by creating your category. What does that mean, right? When Uber launched, they didn't really call themselves a better taxi company. They created a new category, ride sharing. And the problem is if they competed as taxis, they'd be fighting on price with every cab company. Instead, they own an entirely new market. And the AI space works the exact same way. Instead of selling AI chatbots, you can create stuff like revenue recovery systems for X industry or lead reactivation for X person. So the same technology, different category, zero competition. When prospects hear something like chatbot, they compare you to like 50 other companies. When they hear something like revenue recovery system for gardeners, you're the only option. So how do you create your own category instead of fighting in crowded markets, right? Well, you can actually follow this category framework. I love these frameworks where you kind of like choose a problem, focus name first. And this is kind of important. So instead of saying something like AI chatbots, you use something like revenue recovery system for real estate agents, something like that. Like don't say stuff like automation or AI, focus on the outcome they get. Then you want to target the pain point, like literally where are they losing money? So for example, we used the lead reactivations literally speaks to their lost money and their dead leads. Then you want to explain what you do differently. Like we don't just build chatbots, we build the systems that help you recover these leads. So you want to give it urgency. You say something like, every day, without using a system like this, you're literally losing $10,000 in dead leads. And then you own the language, right? You use your category name consistently in all the marketing and sales conversations. This also will boost your SEO and help people identify you a bit better. And then you want to refuse comparisons. Like we're not like other chatbot companies. We're the only revenue recovery system for X industry because you have their specific knowledge of the industry, right? Then you make premium pricing. When you're the only player in your category, the price competition really kind of disappears. The result becomes that you stop competing with hundreds of AI companies out there and become the only solution for your specific category. Clients can't really compare you to anyone because there's literally no one else that does it as specifically for them. Now that you know how to create your own category, here's what actually gets clients to believe you can actually deliver the results. So let me tell you a story. Two agencies pitched the same dental practice last week. Both had identical technology and similar pricing. The first agency said, our system increases the patient bookings and reduces no-show rates. We help practices grow their revenue and improve efficiency. The second agency opened their laptop and said, let me show you exactly what we did for Dr. Martinez's practice. Here's a dashboard from 60 days ago. 40% no-show rate, losing 12K monthly. Today, he's at 8% no-show rate. He recovered 47K. Here are the actual screenshots, the bank deposits, and Dr. Martinez's testimonial. They showed real numbers, real screenshots, real proof. And then what happens is the people they're pitching to didn't need to trust them. They literally take their word for it because the evidence is undeniable. Guess who got the contract? So how do you actually do this and get undeniable proof instead of having to constantly make empty promises? Well, you can just show them proof, right? How you do this is you want to photograph everything, all the screenshots, the dashboards, any testimonials, any metrics, all of it. You want to record the testimonials immediately after delivering the first results or you see them happy. Don't wait, capture their excitement in real time. Then what you want to do is organize case studies by the industry. Create specific proof for dentists, real estate agents, and service businesses. But the thing is, you want to obtain permission to share these numbers. You want to get written consent to use these for your marketing, and then frame the story properly. That's really important because you want to show proof, show the solution, show the timeline, and show the exact financial impact. Basically, before you start any project, take screenshots of their current metrics, and during implementation, track everything like the response times, conversions, revenue changes, whatnot. After you deliver these results, document them with hard numbers and get testimonies when they're most excited. This creates the best case studies. Do this with every client, and within 90 days, you'll have undeniable proof that it sells better than any promise you can make. Okay, now that you know exactly how to stand out in a crowded AI market, there's one thing that makes all of this possible. You can have the perfect positioning, but if you can't quickly build and deploy these systems, you'll lose deals to faster competition. That's why, watch this video next, where I'll show you the exact tool I use to build and brand these agents in minutes, so you can focus on selling instead of struggling with the tech.